to student IEPs and meeting their minutes, especially in regards to mental health services. And so students that basically were unable to receive services due to COVID still are entitled to those minutes and those services. So ESSER funds being utilized, one-time funds for a short-term gain, in regards to the fact that outside contracts utilized to provide a service, knowing that once that money runs out, we are not having an interest in laying people off because the money went away. And so if we take a look at employees that were contracted out to meet minutes in order to provide the students in their IEPs to be compliant with their IEPs, because they are still entitled to those services. So direct student services were provided outside of and including during the day. So that's just an example, like with early mental health services to meet the ERMS. Am I saying that? Sorry. ERMS requirements for that. Okay. And so as we said, one-time funds versus longevity in hiring people. When the money goes away, we don't want to let people go away because that's an unemployment issue. And I don't mean by unemployment in regards to that. I mean laying people off and then they lose their livelihood.
Okay, I think we have a follow-up from somebody, so I'm gonna check for that. Somebody that's
Hi, I'm Tamara Smith. I'm a special education teacher in the district. I'd be curious to hear or see how much of that money you're referring to, because we don't have enough ERMS providers. We don't, and so many of those students haven't had those services made up. So if that's a big chunk of money that was set aside, a lot of it shouldn't have been spent because we have not met those needs. Their IEPs are out of compliance. We don't have ERMS providers. I spoke with Job Melton. He just lost 4 more last week. We don't have enough, and kids are owed so many back hours of service, it's unreal. So I'd be curious to see how much of that money that you set aside has actually been spent towards it.
Yeah, we'll definitely look into that.